Assalamu alaikum. Yes, children. How are you all? Welcome back to our online class. Hope you all have understood first lesson, second lesson, third lesson. We have come in fourth lesson of biology, story of microorganisms, part 2. Microorganisms we have studied are helpful to us. Few are harmful, some are useful. Lactobacillus we have studied, which makes turns milk to curd. In detail, we'll study about other organisms now. Now, activity 6. Take 2 pots or dig 2 pits in the corner of the garden at home or at your school ground. Fill them up to half of loose soil. Put some biological waste like fallen leaves, vegetable waste, waste papers, etc. in one of them. Fill the second one with plastic waste, polythene bags, and with some empty glass bottles. It is an experiment. Now cover the pits with some loose soil. Sprinkle some water on it. Do this every day. After 3 or 4 days, what do we see? Remove the upper soil from the pits and observe the changes. What changes did you see? Can you do this? In which pit did the materials decompose and why? Got it? Is there any harm with non-decomposing material? No. Bacteria are useful in cleaning the sewage oil. So what happens? Oil leak formed due to leakage of oil from oil tankers in the oceans. This kills marine animals which live in water because of shortage of oxygen and light. So these are introducing oil-eating bacteria can safeguard the aquatic life from oil, and few are harmful microorganisms. How can we say? Now let us learn about some of the microorganisms that are harmful to us. It's cause disease to us. Microorganisms can cause disease in crop plant, livestock, and in human beings. They also spoil food, clothes, and many other things. Now the diseases causing microorganisms in human beings. Okay, what we have observed in that pit? You might have observed the same thing happening in your own surrounding as well. Microorganisms present in the dead bodies of plants, animals, soil, air and water act upon waste around us and decompose them. They are converted into simple substances. Thus, microorganisms help us in cleaning the environment. Got it? Now, the disease which is caused to us human beings by microorganisms. What are they? Meet a doctor of your locality and ask them about different types of diseases caused by different microorganisms. Note them down and discuss with your friends. Now what do we see? We recall the microorganisms which are present everywhere in the surroundings. Microorganisms which cause diseases are called pathogens. Pathogens enter into our body through air we breathe, water we drink, and food we eat. They can also be transmitted by direct contact with infected person or carried through animals or insects. You might have observed some of your family members or friends getting cold and cough with sudden change of weather. Many of them get it, isn't it? When the infected person sneezes, what happens? The pathogens enter the air from the infected person. When this air containing pathogen enters the body of a healthy person, this is the way infection spreads. It may cause cold. This type of disease which spreads from infected person to a healthy person is known as communicable disease. What is this disease called, children? Communicable disease. They spread through air, mostly through air only, water, food, or through physical contact of infected person or his towel, kerchief which has insects, microorganisms in it. Got it? Now next we'll see about how we get malaria. Why do we get? We get malaria by vectors. The microorganism Plasmodium causes malaria. The female Anopheles mosquito carries Plasmodium and thus it is called vector. Female Anopheles mosquito. Not all mosquitoes. We put all out and all to prevent mosquitoes, but one mosquito still survives at a certain temperature, that is female Anopheles mosquito. Because of it we get malaria. Mosquitoes are vectors of other kind of diseases as well. By controlling mosquitoes, we can prevent diseases caused by them. When the water is stagnant, when now it is raining, no, the water which stands here and there in our locality and all, mosquitoes come there. Many mosquitoes are there, flies, insects, small insects. They bite us, we get infection. So we should keep our surroundings neat and clean. That's why healthy environment is necessary. Mosquitoes breed in stagnant water. It's their home. We should be careful by not collecting water anywhere in our surrounding, including the leftovers waste. Got it? Anopheles mosquito through insects like houseflies and mosquitoes. Common cold, conjunctivitis, typhoid, smallpox, chickenpox, swine flu, tuberculosis, chikungunya are some of the communicable diseases which the other people gets infected very quickly in very small span of time. Some insects and animals carry these diseases causing microorganisms. They are called vectors. So now what happens? The water which is left over carries many microorganisms, many bacteria, many mosquitoes, including leftover waste pots, waste water, waste flower pots, tires, bowls, etc. Why should we keep our surroundings clean, children? What precautions should be taken to prevent mosquito bite? What are the other diseases caused by mosquitoes? When the housefly sits on the food, it carry diseases causing microorganisms and spread the diseases like housefly is responsible for typhoid, cholera, diarrhea, etc. When they sit on garbage, excreta of infected person or animals, pathogens stick to their bodies. When these flies sit again on the uncovered food, got it? They transfer the disease causing microbes into the food. Whoever eats this food may have the chances to get this disease, isn't it? Wherever it is sitting with that same legs, it is carrying the dirt and putting on our food. So we must avoid taking uncovered food. We should cover the food, put the lid properly, keep in the refrigerator or with the lid. We must always cover the food. Houseflies breed on garbage. We can control houseflies by keeping our surroundings clean. Where do you find more number of houseflies and why? What are the measures to be taken for the preventing houseflies? One day Samir went to hospital with his mother. There he saw a chart on the wall. Some common diseases caused by microorganisms in humans. The name of the diseases, causative microorganisms, mode of transmission, and the preventive measures we have to see in this column, table, chart. Learn this chart. Tuberculosis, a causative agent, is a bacteria. Mode of transmission is air. Prevention by BCG or avoid using infected persons materials. Chickenpox, a causative microorganism, is virus. Mode of transmission is air. Got it? And prevention, how? Vaccination, varicella. Measles and mumps are the disease which is caused by virus. Air is the mode of transmission and vaccination MMR. Polio, we get it by virus and the mode of transmission is air and water. Polio drops vaccination. To prevent it, we use polio drops. Swine flu, it is also a virus. The mode of contact, how do we get it, that this disease? By air, and vaccination is compulsory. Next is cholera and typhoid, which the causative agent of it is bacteria. By contaminated food, water, housefly. Personal hygiene and good sanitary habits are the preventive measures. Consume boiled drinking water. Whereas malaria, plasmodium is a causative microorganism and the mode of transmission is female anopheles mosquitoes vector. What should be used to prevent this disease, malaria? Mosquito nets, repellent, and avoid stagnation of water. Dengue is also a very popular disease, dangerous nowadays. This is also a lot of infection is caused due to dengue. It is a virus which is caused by mosquito aids, and we should use mosquito nets, repellents, and stagnation of water should be avoided. Japanese encephalitis is also a virus, mosquito culex, which get it. The use of mosquito net repellent, avoid the stagnation of water. What about diphtheria, whooping cough, children, tetanus, hepatitis B, and Haemophilus influenza B? It is caused by bacteria, virus, contaminated water and food, and the direct contact we get this disease. Pentavalent is a preventive measure. Whereas diphtheria, whooping cough and tetanus, it is a bacteria causes these diseases. It contaminated water, food and direct contact with the person is the mode of transmission, and the preventive measure is a DPT and triple antigen. Now we will see the homework for today. Define pathogens, first one. Second one, name few communicable diseases. Third one, which microorganism causes malaria. Send me the homework by evening, children, 5 to 8. Read the lessons properly. Did you understand, all of you? Okay, all the best. Write it neatly in the class works also. Got it? Is the lesson clear? A little bit of lesson is there. We'll finish it next class. Thank you. See you in next class. Assalamu alaikum.